Hello, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be reviewing one of the most extraordinary festivities of all time, Christmas. In general, the end of December was a perfect time for celebration in most areas of North America and Europe. People decided to get together and thank the gods for everything they have received during the year. For example, in Scandinavia, the Norse celebrated Yule on December 21st. In Germany, people honored the pagan god Odin during the midwinter holiday. And all these extremes got together with the birth of Jesus Christ, and people decided to celebrate Christmas. Christmas, being a federal holiday in the United States in 1870, is celebrated by many people, Latin Americans, Christian people, on December 25th. Many people travel hundreds of miles from another countries, from another states, just to reunite with their families on December 24th, because the festivity starts one day before, with Christmas Eve, where all the families get together to have a really exquisite meal. They eat pork, they eat chicken, they eat exquisite meals as they also thank for the birth of Jesus Christ and for the amazing year they have had. They also, as a sign of love, decide to exchange gifts. They take their hands, look at the stars, they get around the Christmas tree, and they start exchanging the beautiful presents. The little ones believe in Santa Claus. The teenagers know it's their parents. But the adults, it's the feeling of looking at the eyes of their children and look at that happiness. The happiness that Christmas gives to the little ones, the mid-aged ones, the adults, and the elderly people. The beauty of Christmas.
Now, before we talk about Christmas itself, we need to talk about the colors. Why red? Why green? Sometimes even why gold and white? Well, you see them everywhere. When you're in Christmas, every single ornament you see is red, or green, or gold, or a combination of those three. And well, we use that color scheme too when we're talking about Christmas, right? That red and green really gets you in the mood for Christmas, and our presentation really evokes that with all its photos that are red and green. And well, Christmas has been associated with red and green even before it was created, because the Romans used the same colors at the same time of year in the winter solstice. And well, since those two are very close together, the colors kind of merged, and now Christmas is red and white. And the first thing to associate with red and white was the holly. Now, the holly is a plant, as you can see in our cool Minecraft depiction right there, and it has vibrant green leaves and bright red berries, and that's where the colors originated from. But later, it was associated with the Christmas, because it was already associated with winter solstice, of course, but because it also symbolizes Jesus' crown and all of Jesus' efforts, which I think really goes in line with Christmas' whole theme, right? But then, it is still used as decoration nowadays, and you can see it everywhere when you go to Christmas. And well, green was associated with the Christmas tree, and later in nature as a whole, because Christmas is the time to be happy, and well, nature brings happiness to a lot of people. However, red was not so quick to catch the Christmas trend. It was only really solidified in modern times, right? When Coca-Cola actually created the modern Santa. Artist Haddon Sundblom was hired to create a 1931 ad for Santa Claus and, well, Coca-Cola in general, and so they could sell more Coca-Cola in Christmas. But what they didn't quite expect is that they would create the whole concept of Santa itself and really solidify how Santa looked for, I think, ages now, right? And well, since everybody tries to sell you stuff and what sells is Red Santa and Red Fat Santa is everywhere. And now, if you were to compare it to Old Santa, which used to be even red, but sometimes he could be blue or green, and he could even be depicted as a skinny man, which some of us may not even recognize as Santa, right? It would be really strange to us because we now have been really accustomed to Red Santa. And those are Christmas colors, and why they are the colors that they are now. It's a really interesting story.
during the various activities that can be done during this time of the year is the making of tamales. This activity consists in the families reuniting to make this delicious meal. They can be done in a great variety of ways, and people can dedicate many days or weeks to making a great amount of this meal. Also, there are the horse parades, which consists in literally flooding the streets with horse riders, which will show off their outfits, their horses, and of course, their abilities in horse riding. This has been a tradition that has been going on for a long time, for around 80 years or even more. The main horse parade known in Costa Rica is the horse parade in San Jose. Also, there are the bullfights. Now, they are your typical bullfight of a bull chasing people around the plaza. However, in contrast with other countries, in Costa Rica the bull isn't hurt nor killed. It is just sent back to its stable when the activity is done. People can either watch this with their own eyes in the very plaza or participate, or they can watch this through TV from a safer space. There are also the masquerades. Now, this consists on people putting these incredibly big masks resembling many characters. This can be politicians, this can be the devil, or anything you want. Now, this activity also happens in many spots of the country and many different times of the year. However, this is one of its most prominent moments to happen. Also, like for any other activity, fireworks can't be missed. They always brighten the night sky. Now, these activities that I mentioned have more of a tone of party and celebration, not your typical religious tone for Christmas. They have this sense of enjoying and being happy along with your friends, your family, and of course, your entire community.
Now, for this final section, I would like you to close your eyes and imagine with me for a second. You're walking towards your local plaza or park, and as you walk down the street, there's several different houses, all being decorated accordingly, and they all emanate such different sounds and smells. Some of them are listening to the local bullfights, some of them are listening to the radio, and of course the classic, the one that we can't get enough of, El Año Viejo. And some of them just got interrupted from watching their favorite show, and they're stuck watching new Christmas carols and Walmart ads, of course all being dedicated to Christmas. But you finally make it to the center, and it's crazy. People are wearing warm clothes to protect themselves from the harsh winter temperatures in Costa Rica. The parades are crazy, everything being all lit up and fancy, people walking on large sticks. And of course there's people running across the street trying to take advantage of the new discounts that all of the shops are releasing to get that last fancy pair of shoes. And of course there's lights everywhere. You look at the center of the park or plaza and there's one huge tree being carefully crafted and maneuvered in such a way in which it's illuminating the whole plaza. You decide to sit down and reminisce on all the things that you've done, to think back on all the people that you've met and talked to. And it all boils down to the Christmas spirit. It's one day in which we can all enjoy, in which we can all agree on peace and have fun. Have fun in our home. Thank you very much.